Hey, hey, hey. I am so excited. I don't know if everybody else is excited, but I'm excited. I am excited. So, if you are ready, I'm ready. Hey, sis. Happy Fruition Friday. I'm like on IG right here and talking to y'all right here. On IG right here and talking to y'all right here. So happy Fruition Friday. I am so excited. I am going to go over Beverly Hills because if a lot of y'all don't know, I simply watch every Housewives. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I watch all the Housewives, right? I have to truly be honest. I don't have time to like watch them in real time necessarily, and I'm trying to do that because I do a lot of talking with everybody like, y'all didn't see this on the Housewives. I can't believe they said that. They say a lot, right? And I really cannot wait for New York. But what we're going to talk about right now is the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Y'all, I am going crazy about it. First and foremost, everybody literally head to my YouTube channel. I'm going to put that up here because we got to get into it. I'm trying to be new to it, but trying to be true to it. Okay. So, my YouTube channel, I'm telling the people over here, is Jocasta Odom. Yes. And really just head there because we're going to get into it. Head to my YouTube channel. I'm going to pin it right here so we can get into this and unpack. We're going to unpack Beverly Hills and I'm going to chat about Dubai. But look, y'all, on my channel, we're going to do a lot. I want to have some friendly conversations with you. Soon it's going to be me and my sis, Monica. I'm going to tell y'all, Monica and I are going to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville, Love and Marriage DC. Monica and I are going to have a good time. But we, i.e. you and me, are going to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Look, so here it is. This episode is episode 5, and they were talking about in hot water. Now, have y'all ever just ran a bath water? Listen, I hadn't took a bath. Let me say this. Hey, love you guys. 2 years since I took a bath. That sounds weird, right? No, I mean I shower, but 2 years since I got in the tub. So I put a bath bomb in the tub, ran my water, stepped in. Girl, let me tell y'all, I stepped in and it was hot as I don't know what. And I literally burned my foot. I almost bust my butt because I went to jump out the tub because I'm like, girl, that ain't the business. So, so literally, it's like, you know what? I got to get it together. Can't just be jumping in this tub like that. So, with that being said, who is that? Super soup washer. Okay. Hi. Happy Friday. So literally in hot water, I get it, but they mean the other kind. So it begins with Garcelle at her beach house, and it's her and her sister. And I love that because I just told my sister that I want a beach house, y'all. Like I told my sister and my mom, I want a beach house because my boys and I love the beach so much. My sister loves the beach so much. I feel like happy Friday now, though. I feel like we should have a beach house, like for real. Like, why not? I need a beach house. So I'm like, Lord, if you hear my prayer, everybody right now, stop. Lord, bless Jocasta with a beach house. Amen. All right. So I was like, Garcelle showing her. Now, when I looked at the beach house, y'all, it was toe up from the floor up. But I was trying to see her visual, but I still didn't see it. So the only good thing about this house was you could walk out to the beach. She says she's gonna build, like tear it down to rebuild it. So I get it. So I was trying to work with her. But she started talking about her being from Haiti and coming from nothing all the way to poof, something. So we gotta think, okay, we got to make sure that we can see her vision. Still didn't see it though. So on to Erica, and I like that Erica's a little fluffy, y'all. When she was coming up and I could see her little belly. I was like, okay, Erica, okay, I see you. She always been like a little thick. So I was like, okay, Erica, own who you are. It helps other women see that all women don't look like Chriselle from Sunset. What is it? I can't. Sunset, something, some Sunset. Selling Sunset. Chriselle, I want to hand her like a burger and some fries and a milkshake and a steak. And I just want to feed her. Let's just be honest. So literally, I like looking at Erica because women who watch the show could be like, oh, okay, you know what? Erica looks like me, my appearance. So I was feeling that. Now, her Diana talking about, well, no, not Diana. What was the girl name? Dorit was like, PK said we should take a trip. We should. Now, listen, if I had a mate and my mate said we should take a trip, and my girls was like, yeah, we probably was talking about driving up to Chateau Elan or to Belmare or something like that. These people was going to Mexico, only Beverly Hills style, right? I'm like, okay, they going to Mexico, cool. So not only that, where are my friends at? Wait, now that it's on here, ain't none of my friends talking about we going to Mexico. Matter of fact, I'm on charter the private jet. Diana, I'm gonna tell you right now, Sutton was really the only one chartering jets. Diana then came on this show and came through. Diana is chartering jets. She was like, yeah, I get a jet. We gonna take the jet. We gonna go to Beverly Hills. I'm like, sis, where are my friends who's telling me we gonna go to Mexico and I'm gonna get the jet? I'm gonna fire it up. Hello, any of my friends on here? No, I'm gonna need some new friends. I'm gonna need the friends that's chartering jets. But I was like, okay. So then Kyle and who else? Diana. Kyle and Diana talked about this was a really sad part. I loved it. Kyle talked about her daughter got engaged. Farrah got engaged. Woo, congratulations to Farrah. But Diana was talking about how she lost a child. Now, Diana 48, y'all. And her man is extremely young. So she got to pop out these babies for this man because her man young. We get that. So Diana had a miscarriage. She lost a baby boy. Like her baby, that her little girl now that's 1, but she was 5 months when Diana was pregnant. And I was like feeling Diana. And I said, I gotta do a show on friendly conversations. Like I love having friendly conversations with everybody, but we gotta talk about things that are important. Like literally, yes, I'm talking about the housewives. Yes, it's important. But being able to carry your baby to term, I know that difficulty. I felt her pain. I felt her hurt because that's a feat within itself. So I loved her being that vulnerable, being that, oh, she was just open to us. And I was like, okay, Diana, who never went in a store, don't know what an outlet store is, think it's an outlet for the wall. Yeah, I'm, you growing on me, Diana. You kind of grew on me with the jet too. The jet didn't hurt, Diana. The jet didn't hurt. So moving on to Sutton and Garcelle's dinner. Now they're here at dinner. Garcelle's like, Sutton, what was so dark? What was so terribly dark and that you couldn't? And so Sutton still didn't want to say what was dark. Here's the thing. Let me catch y'all up while I'm up here catching these people up too. Sutton said something that Crystal said was dark. We know Crystal like to use certain words. Dark, violated, all of that. Uncomfortable, not, I don't know. She uses everything. So Sutton was like, I don't know what was so dark that she had to bring it up now. We've already talked about this. We let it go. And so then Sutton began to tell. She said that she talked about her daughters being in the jacuzzi with a black girl, a Chinese Asian girl. That's how she said it. An Irish redhead Catholic girl. I think that's how she said it. Something like that. And a black girl. And I think it was a couple black girls. And they were all in the hot tub. So they're all in a hot tub. And she said, this is what the world should be like. Now, does anybody find something wrong with it? I don't. You know, what she was trying to say. So here's the thing: whoever was at her house at that time, and she was talking to him, what she was trying to allude to or trying to say was simply that, hey, I don't see anything wrong with this. Hold on just a moment. Wait, is it still live? It's not. All right. So literally, I'm like, I didn't see anything wrong with it. I don't know if anyone else saw anything wrong with it at all. Right? But I didn't. I didn't. Um, I think she just was maybe having a conversation with a parent. She was like, this is what our world should be. She wanted the world to be that way. It was an assessment. She not an assessment, an observation. And I'm excited. I'm excited. Um that she's having that conversation. She's saying this is what we should see. She's saying this is what it looks like. She's saying this is what it should look like. She's saying all of these things, right? That's what she's saying. That's what she's saying. And if she doesn't start the conversation somewhere, what are we doing? But then let me put something in there. On Watch What Happens Live, Crystal Minkoff said that it was more to it. First, she said, was that the conversation? Andy said yes. Then she said, well, no, it was more to it. And she's already apologized and she's agreed with me. Huh? So what was it, sis? What was the conversation? What was the deal, sis? What's the problem? What's up, sis? Because you got us thinking one thing and we don't know what you're talking about. Okay? You said yes on Watch What Happens Live, but then you backed up and said, no, it is more to that. I'm confused. Crystal, you confused me. I don't know. Then literally Rena's mom died. That was sad because her mom seemed like a lot of fun, you know. So I like that they did a little tribute to her mom. But here it is. They traveled, they get to Mexico. And as everybody knows, Dorit, she was robbed. So certain things trigger her. So she was having to move her room and stuff. So she didn't make it to dinner until a little later. But by this time, they're talking to Crystal again about this situation that Garcelle and her just mentioned. Garcelle and Sutton at that dinner, they talked about this. So here it is, brought up at the table. Then not only that, Crystal says that it's basically like y'all are dismissing her feelings, and she's still talking about that. But then she says something, I can't even remember the words she says, but Garcelle says, what? Like you coming at us like we're not smart. Like you're coming at us like we're nothing. Like we don't know nothing. And I'm like, Crystal, goodness, you digging and digging. Then Diana was like, well, she's only 38 years old. And when I was 38, I was naive. And I'm saying, well, Crystal, they saying you naive. Basically, you don't know no better. That's what Diane just said. Diane said, now at 48, I can see better. Like, and then Rena was like, well, yeah, me at 58. So, but I don't think it's Crystal being naive. I just think say whatever, either say what you're supposed to say or say nothing at all. Open your mouth or don't open your mouth at all. Say something or don't say something at all. Right? Or just don't say nothing. That's my thought. So then when Garcelle's like, hey, we all are smart here. And Crystal's like, I use big words. I'm like, what? Did you just call these women dumb? And basically, she did just call y'all dumb. And in Garcelle's little confessional, she said, I know some big words too. I just didn't throw them out there because I didn't want Crystal to feel uncomfortable. Oh, the shade of it all. I literally screamed and hollered. I screamed and hollered. I did. Because I was like, yeah, she called them dumb. I mean, Crystal, what are you doing? So then Erica. This was the part right here. Erica's like, well, what did she say? Say what she said. Then she was like, something was like, I don't know. This doesn't make me, if you think about it, this doesn't make me look good. And Rena's like, no, it's not good. It's not good. Erica said, what are you afraid of? What are you afraid? I guess it makes you look like a racist. So then, like, I'm like, did Erica just say that? Yes, she did. Because Erica can't stand Sutton. So then Erica said again, racist. So you don't want to come off as a racist. I was like, you done said that 3 times that Sutton didn't want to come off as a racist. Three times. That's what you said. 3 times. Erica don't want to come off as a racist. Right? 3 times. 3 times. 3 times. She called her a racist, y'all, 3 times. So really, even if we were thinking that it made her look like a racist, whatever Crystal was saying, we didn't say it. Erica wanted to put it out there in the atmosphere because she can't stand you, Sutton. And was she a little wrong? Yeah. But is Crystal wrong for just not? Crystal's wrong for bringing it up. Crystal's wrong for just not saying whatever it is. Because if she just said what it is, we wouldn't have this issue right now. We wouldn't have these conversations. So then people are saying, like, this is Crystal's MO. This is who she is. She just pretty much only wants to be friends with whoever's the most powerful. Rena says she heard the same thing, whatever. I'm just confused why Crystal says things but doesn't say things. You know, it's like she'll start a conversation but won't finish it. So look, if you can't finish the conversation, Crystal, don't say anything at all, because nobody is looking for you to just be like, well, I just don't want to get into it. But you brought it up. I don't really want to talk about it, but you brought it up. So you are talking about it. Crystal, baby. You brought it up, so you are talking about it. Now, finish it. Because if it's going to make her look like a racist, you've already made her look like a racist by not even saying she she is a racist, by even mentioning what it is. So I'm like, why is this girl? I don't know if she just likes to start stuff and pull back from. I don't know, Crystal. Crystal, please let us know. But baby, while you thinking it through, Crystal, and figuring out if you're gonna let us know or not, Dubai. Oh my gosh. Real Housewives of Dubai, episode 2, first season. They called this episode the GOAT. We making a Dubai shift. Oh my gosh. I like the way it started out with Sarah and her son, Makatoum, and they were baking. But the crazy thing is the little boy said, his mom said, they baked the cake, they put the cake in there. She said she wanted him to be able to do all things because she said in like the Arabic world, they sometimes promote toxic masculinity, and she wanted to do something different for her son. This is what Sarah said. So that's why she was letting him bake and do all these things. So then dinner is ready. She's like, come on, let's go eat. We're going to eat on the floor. He was like, oh, hell no. I promise you, he said that. I promise you. I recorded. I'm going to put it on my Instagram. I recorded it. I screen. I promise you, he said, let me see if I can pull it up on my phone. Because I was like, did he just say that? He did just say that. So listen. Okay, this little boy sounds like he said, oh, H-E-double-L. Does anybody else see this? Maureen, can you get the floor mat, please? So I'm going to teach you how my grandma did it, okay? Come. Oh, hell no. Come. Is that what he said? Your fingers and you fold the rice like this. Did he say, oh, hell no? He said, oh, hell no. I'm like, is that okay? You heard him. I'm like, is that all right? Is that an okay thing to say? But I mean, this little boy is a character because later on, when they're at Thanksgiving dinner and she's telling people, Sarah's like, no, yeah, I've been married twice already, so I'm not really sure. He was like, she's been married 3 times. It's like when your child talks too much and you just want him to be quiet. But he was like, no, she's been married. And she was like, no, I haven't. He's like, you've been married 3 times. Like, mom, please stop, is basically what I'm hearing from him. Then Carolina and Lisa, they go to lunch and Caroline, not Caroline, Lisa said that basically Brooks, some people let their kids say things like that because it's just words. Yeah. Oh, hell no. You're right. Some people do. Okay, I agree. I agree. I don't. I mean, maybe it's okay, but I don't. And if I'm saying Connor and Dylan, hey, we're gonna go sit and eat on the floor because I'm still trying to stick with our traditions, and one of them turned to me and say, "Oh hell no, why? What? You said what now?" I'm just playing. So they're eating, they're getting ready to eat lunch. Well, they're eating lunch, and it's funny because Lisa was like, Brooks don't know what she is, if she's um Jamaican, African American, one moment, Afro Latina, another moment. She was like, she don't know. Sooner or later, she's gonna be an immigrant. I was like, she was like, she just, I don't know what she's gonna be, what she's doing. So then Nina and Ayan have lunch. And Ayan comes in a Givenchy and says that Nina looked like mashed potatoes with no butter, just plain. And Nina was like, I'm so sorry that I don't wear my wealth on my body, right? But why she had to be mashed potatoes with no butter, just plain, Ayan? Why? Why? Nobody can, everybody can't show up in full, you know, costume because you was bringing costume, but everybody can't do that. And Nina was like, I just dress for comfort. But their conversation really was good because I got to hear Ayan's triggers, and um then her telling why she doesn't celebrate Thanksgiving. She was like, no, that's for the colonizers. She just really spoke her piece. But then when they said Ayan came, when Nina was like Ayan came in games, not games, guns blazing, and Ayan was like, just because I'm Somalia, just because I'm from Somalia, not mean I come with guns blazing. What are you talking about? She was like, no, 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 it's not about you being from Somalia. I was like, Ayan was about to get you because she said, no, we do have guns though. That's what Ayan said. But you just told the girl just because I came with guns. I was like, Ayan, you crazy. But I like her crazy. Does anybody else like Ayan's type of crazy? Ayan's type of crazy is my type of crazy. My type of crazy. But I love that I could hear, like I said, I could hear her why her she was triggered. But then I know I loved it because she was like, y'all, Nina's a flip-flopper, a skyscraper. She called Nina everything but Nina. So basically, she's saying Nina's gonna play both sides, or wherever the wind blows, that's where Nina's gonna blow. And I was feeling it. I was feeling it because then Nina calls Lisa while Lisa letting her kid eat that whole pack of Oreos when she said he could eat one, but he almost ate the whole pack, baby. She was gonna have a tummy ache baby on her hands. And she just talk about Ayan, talk. But she was just talking. I guess she needed to get it off her chest. I didn't understand. I don't know. She was just talking a lot and she just wouldn't stop. Just over and over again. So, another thing that I liked about this episode was Ayan went to have Thanksgiving dinner with Lisa's family. Ayan brought a goat, saying that this goat was special. This is from like their African tradition. And I was like, why you bring it? Then the goat jumps in the pool. But why you bring a goat though, sis? Do you think they want to take care of a goat? I get it. You like that's showing your love. That's showing she's your ride or die. That's showing how much you love her and your friendship. But I think you should have asked first. And then, like she said, Lisa said, you brought a goat to a Jamaican. If this was Jamaica, we would have killed this goat and made goat curry. So listen, I mean, I get it. It's your tradition, but we not in the village. You in Dubai, where it didn't look like she had a backyard to take care of a goat. I'm just saying, sis, make it make sense. For what? For why? We know for how, but for what? For why? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. But you brought a whole goat. You brought a goat to give her as a gift for Thanksgiving. A goat. I still can't make that make sense. Then Ayan's husband was like, your wife cooked all of this? So that lets me know, Ayan, you don't cook. But that girl, she burned, she broke, she was burning in the kitchen. I'm proud of her. Like, I'm like, come on this housewife show and cook, sis. Show them how it's done. She cooked a spread. I mean, she had the event planning people plan that her entire event, but she cooked. And I was like, that's what I'm talking about. She gave it that family feel. So even though, yes, you may have money, you have wealth, you riches, she still was able to give them that family type of feel. And I love that Ayan and her husband have been married over 20 years. When she told that, I was like, yes, hopefully the curse won't hit them. Y'all know people come on these reality shows, next thing you know, they're divorced. So hopefully that won't happen. Hang in there, Ayan. Hang in there. So then Sarah comes over to Ayan's house. This is, a couple of days later or something like that. And Ayan said she felt connected to Sarah. I did like that. She wanted to talk to Sarah to see, she was just wanting to have that conversation with Sarah. I liked it. I liked that she was opening up. I'm like, her dad tied her to a tree, y'all. Her dad used to just beat her. Her dad felt she wasn't important. So when they told her at that dinner on the first episode that she wasn't important, like basically to be invited, it was a trigger. So that's why she was just popping off, popping off, popping off. Because her dad always made her feel less than, always made her feel unimportant. Here's the thing, sis, you got to get some counseling, some therapy for that. Them offering or suggesting hypnosis, I ain't down with it. But therapy, yes. And you know what? At Georgia Counseling, you can come on in, sis. Georgia Counseling. I know we're here in Georgia, but doesn't matter because we can counsel you too at Georgia Counseling. So, yeah, she does need some counseling because for her still to have triggers from words like you're not important, we're not inviting you because you're not important. And that takes her back to her dad beating her, to her dad feeling like her sister was more important than her, to the things that her dad did to her, to her dad trying to marry her off at 14. Like all of those things take her back there. You should get some counseling. And then I know she said, Brooke said that she should come to her therapist. And she was like, but why would I go to Brooke therapist? It didn't work for her. I was like, Ayan, like you are hilarious. Ayan is the breakout star of Dubai. Watch what I say. She is that breakout star of Dubai. She's hilarious. She's beautiful. She has a beautiful family. And she's just amazing. She's going to be the breakout star for Real Housewives of Dubai. I've enjoyed her because she's hilarious, but I enjoy her being vulnerable. And it's probably other people out there. So I think if Ayan goes through with going to get therapy, I think that's a good thing because then that'll push more people to get therapy. When you're dealing with childhood trauma, it is important for you to do that. It is important for you to deal with that little girl who never healed. So I guess I hope you all enjoyed my review of the Housewives, Beverly Hills, and Dubai, darlings. I cannot wait to talk to you all about I'm going to talk about Sisters because I watched that show. That's the next thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna talk about sisters. Yeah, that's the next thing I'm gonna do. But please share this video. Go share it on your page. Let people know. Yeah, I'm gonna be reviewing some of these things. I'm excited about it. It's a stress reliever for me as well. So I cannot wait to come back and chat with everyone. I will see y'all soon. Until then, have a friendly conversation with someone and realize and understand that we all need somebody at some point in time. I love you all for watching.